Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for Invincible Iron Man issue 2. And overall, I really enjoyed this issue. It's mainly at the end that I started to run into problems, but I really like what they're doing at the moment with Riri Williams and Tony Stark. Now, also, they have come out with the end of Civil War 2, and we found out that Tony is not actually dead. He's close to dead, but because of all the stuff that he's done to his body, he's more like in a state that he's possibly evolving or something. So that's kind of a thing. So we'll probably see him later on, but we still have a good Tony in the AI that we've got. So that's kind of it's weird because I'm like, okay, so you did it so that way you really wouldn't tick people up, but you're going to be writing it in like Infamous Iron Man that Dr. Doom believes he's dead. And it's kind of like, okay, we'll have to see how this thing shakes out, but I'm glad that they didn't kill him just for shock value and are actually kind of doing something to enhance his character while also putting enough spotlight on Riri Williams to let her character grow and expand, and then we'll have to see if Tony reintegrates this AI to kind of help with his memory since he's done that kind of thing before. Because when he was deleting, of course, the registration database and all that, he was screwing with his mind. He gets a backup, and he's like, oh, I don't remember all this stuff. So that's kind of where we're at now. This issue deals with kind of Riri's still kind of backstory, kind of her more Uncle Ben moment and all that, while also training with AI Tony, who works very well. There's practically no difference between AI Tony and regular Tony, which I'm glad because Bendis does a good job of writing Tony, in my opinion. And a snarky robot like this, it just still works. It's like he doesn't have the body for the swagger, but every time you're reading it and seeing him messing with the armors, you just kind of see that trademark Stark. I'm Tony Stark, I got this. So the backstory that we get with all this stuff is her talking with her friend Natalie and all that, and getting more of a connection of who she is, how she likes cartoons like The Little Mermaid, and then we see more of like Toy Story in the present day when she's making references to that, which I really liked. It kind of gave me more of a connection to her than before, and I'm like, okay, I kind of like this. This is what we've been needing all along, even though this is a good spot to like flesh it out. I'm glad we're getting this, building her as an actual character. And seeing her distraught as her friend was dead was really well done. The artwork is superb in this, in that it does really good with regular people and facial expressions and everything, and the armors, because while we get that, we see her training against all of the armors that AI Tony's throwing at her, and he's like, I'm not really impressed with you because you pretty much gotten by with the skin of your teeth and everything. And she's like, I still won those. He's like, oh, did you? And it's like, yeah, you did technically win them, but did you learn anything from those victories that you achieved? Do you understand how to better make your armor? What tactics you need to do? And it was cool that we saw that she was able to kind of outthink the AI Tony at the moment and be like, okay, I'm going to make it look like I run away while I'm doing a Trojan horse and everything like that to kind of make all the armors go down, and seeing everybody kind of watching this going on like, oh my god, there's all these iron people fighting each other, and it's like, but it was all contained and done in a good kind of training scenario, which is kind of safe. And when you think of Tony Stark, you really don't think of safe. He usually does things that are very stupid for a smart person, and that's kind of endearing about him. But this, he understands that now to a degree, I think, better than he's had before. He's like, if it's on me, I'm fine with that. But I want to make sure that Riri Williams, is able to do this. I have to train her right. And hammering in her, like, seals that she needs, how she has to think ahead, how she has to be tactically aware of everything that can go on. If she's going to be going into the water, if she's going to be going into space, what kind of tactical abilities she's going to need for her opponents. Because, yes, she was able to do that Trojan horse thing and shut off the armors. But those are the kind of people that she's going to be fighting against. That's a big portion, because it's usually technology and supernatural stuff. And she's going to really have to bone up on those in order to be able to combat them effectively. And I'm going to be really happy to see that as we're building her out. And just seeing her like excited and then accidentally blasted her repulsor is like, oh god! It's like, okay, she's got some stuff to learn, but I'm really excited to see what they're going to be doing with her character. Now, the crappy thing that I didn't like at the end is that we're bringing back the biohack ninjas, which just completely was a stall tactic while Civil War II was going on. Granted, now that Civil War II isn't going on, we could get a better story, but I doubt it. I would just have rather have had, instead of a kind of old Tony Foe at the moment, have a little kind of something new. Like her own kind of rogue pop up or whatnot, or for them to build a rogue for her, so that way she's got something to contend with that's all of her own. While she's eventually going through that, she's like, I got this, and then out of nowhere we get like the Mandarin, or the Crimson Dynamo, or Titanium Man, or any kind of like old school Stark villains that actually put up like that next level test, and then we see how that works out. So hopefully that's kind of the direction we're going to be going. Hopefully that's what they use the biohack ninjas for. I'm not sure, and it was just that story arc was kind of like, eh. So I'd rather have something I'd rather have something new rather than something like retreaded. It's like, oh, we didn't do anything with this. Oh, let's use it. Well, hopefully it works. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.